Hello everybody, this is a Lighthouse Hall of Fame film from the European server. We're in Steppes, Standard Mode North Spawn with Sebastian in his VK 1602 Leopard. One scout in the enemy team and two artillery in his team, and one scout again. Lots of heavies in this battle. Matter of fact, his team only has one medium and one TD. Enemy team has three mediums at the top and one TD, followed by the rest are heavies. So a lot of heavies. The enemy team has slightly better mobility. You'd expect that his team is going to be strong in the west, enemy team perhaps better in the east. And off he goes out to the middle. He's going to go out to the rock out here in E7. A lot of scouts like coming out here. Personally, I always meet with disaster coming out here. It just never works out. But I've seen other scouts have really good missions out here. He starts off with a couple of spots on heavies. And it looks like his KV-1's going to just run right up the center. Most of their heavies continue on to the west. It looks like the T-34-85 and the KV-1 are about to shoot it out here in the middle. Don't know what else he's going to see. Normally he wouldn't get this far without being shot, but off he goes and nobody's shooting. And he moves past the line of rocks in the middle and still only sees the one tank. So there must not be very many defenders in the middle. Sebastian's going to help out with his medium, I'm sure.
We didn't penetrate their armor. Target released. Enemy armor is destroyed.
They both die. In the course of dying, he reveals the VK 3001 back in the back, plus an artillery. There's nobody guarding the middle. Everybody's east and west on the enemy team, with just that one heavy way in the back corner. I'm thinking Sebastian's going to make a move up the center here before too long, because there's nobody there to stop him. And off he goes. There's Artie back here just begging to be killed. Pulls up into the bush to get spots. He sees both Artie plus the heavy off to the left. Got a fire at the Hummel.
Enemy armor is hit. Enemy is hit.
Heavy's moving down off the rocks to come and try to chase him out of here. And while he reloads, he moves over to his right, and he's going to set up another shot here. He's thinking about the AMX, but then the Hummel reappears, and he's going to take out the Hummel instead. Dead Hummel. Gotta assume that 3001 is still headed over this way. So he's moving over farther to the west and waiting to get a reload and fire at the AMX. Kill number 3. Now he has a choice of going west or east. If he goes east, he gets to come in behind tanks that are already engaged with allies. And if he goes west, he has to first of all face that 3001 one-on-one, and by the time he gets to the north, he's going to end up probably being the only tank left alive over there and having to fight several enemy by himself, which isn't desirable. So he's going to choose to move over to the west here. It's a better idea. He made the right decision. He'll just stay to the left, try to come in behind this heavy. KB1, I believe. Bam, gets a little bit of help from a fire, and the guy's gone now. The 3001's still in pursuit. You can see him off in the distance, so he's going to come over here and try to finish him off. He has two heavies to help him out. It's tied right now, 10-10. At one point, it was a lot worse. He's going to come in on the flank of this guy. Dump his clip.
Penetration. Enemy armor is damaged. I don't see the target.
His teammate finishes him off, and now they have a choice. They can go try to cap, as the one guy's wanting them to do, or they can go and defend, and defending is the best choice. Once you completely break down a flank, if the enemy team has also broken down the opposing flank, it's much better if everybody moves back together to defend cap. And then once you've secured cap, then you go off and clean up the remaining tanks. If you split your forces and send a couple people back to defend while the rest go cap, it's, well, just ask Custer how well it works to split forces. It doesn't work out many times. Doesn't mean you can't successfully do it. However, the odds are in your favor if you stay together, go back and defend first, then move on to cap or move on to mop-up operations. And if you watch a lot of the players with the highest win rates, you'll see that's exactly what they do.
Target acquired. That one didn't go through. Target lost.
A lot of times when you go back and defend, you get to pick off the enemy tanks coming in. They broke through their flank. They're rushing to get ahead and get more damage and get more kills. And you can present 3 or 4 tanks fighting united against 1 or 2 tanks coming in, 1 or 2 at a time, or waves of them like that, and you can just sit there and wipe them all out, and that gives you a numerical advantage in the fight, and you just translate that into a win.
Penetration. Enemy armor is hit.
If you decide, hey, let's all go cap and we'll stay together but go cap, then you end up in a cap race, and you really don't have control over that. It's just whoever gets the cap first. And since the enemy is unseen, you can't see them, they can't see you, you really don't know if the odds are in your favor or not. So if you all go back and defend, you put the odds in your favor.
Target acquired.
He saved a couple rounds because he was shooting low. Pulls up a little higher, gets the kill. Now there's just the OI experimental left. He's up to 5 kills, so you know he wants to get in on this and pick up a medal out of it. But you have to find him first. So he stakes out the middle of the field, hoping to see the guy moving around. With his teammates moving directly up the center, he can pretty much tell the guy's not over this way, or he would have seen him. Unless he's hiding down in here somewhere. Sebastian takes a quick look over this way and doesn't really see anything down at this end. And he's saying he think he went to H1 after, because he was chasing Sebastian around. They have 2 guys jump on, and now the OI experimental jumps on Cap. Another, don't know how many times you have to say it. It's like, I understand not everybody watches, but still, guys, when you're in this situation, don't cap. I'm not talking about his team. His team's fine with cap. That one solo tank remaining, why is he capping? And what is he going to out cap 2 people? He's going to cap faster somehow. He knows some magic trick. All he's doing is letting everybody know where to come kill him. And off they are. The 304's waiting to get a shot. Sebastian's moving in, hoping to get a kill. He has a lot of hit points left.
Ready to fire. Enemy is hit.
He gets a little damage. He shoots back, hits nothing. 304, way long. Sebastian's just waiting to reload. The one heavy moved off cap for his team, so he has a little bit more time to play with.
Where'd they go?
Now he's going to pull up and shoot again.
Target acquired. Enemy armor is hit. Penetration.
Gets some more damage. The guy fires back and hits the dirt again. He's good at hitting the dirt. Now you know the last guy capping, he's not about to get off cap. Because if he completes cap now, he gets a invader medal. He's not going to give that up. He probably doesn't get very many in his heavy. Here we go. Oh, he gets the kill.
Destroyed.
And he gets the top gun. 2,448 damage, 6 kills. 113 out of 162 shooting, that's 70%. Got 173 spotting damage with 8 spots. Earned 42,246 damage, and he was awarded 2,120 XP. Survived the fight, got Top Gun, Defender, and High Caliber medals with Arsonist, Fire for Effect, and Bruiser Medi medals. Gives him a battle score of 2,205, and that puts this battle in 8th place on the current 1602 list. You saw he moved up originally to this rock and bush here in A7. Spotted several heavies, watched the KV-1 do a suicide run right up the middle and meet very little opposition, just the T-3485. And he helped the guy take him out. Moved forward, took out the Arty while the 3001 started his pursuit, and then he had a choice. Go this way and flank, go this way and flank, and he chose to go to the side where he was still going to have some allies there to help him out once he arrived, and managed to get a kill over on that side. And then they had another choice: do we cap or do we defend? And they did the wise decision, and they chose to go back and defend. Like I said, you'll win some of them if you go to cap. You'll win more of them if you go back and defend. Now the key on this one is they broke down the flank and the enemy broke down the opposite flank. If you've broken down your flank and your opposite flank is holding, the enemy doesn't break through, then by all means you push around, and then your decision is, do we cap or do we just keep going and catch the enemy team in a pincer movement? That's going to be your choice. But this applies to go back and defend. If you've broken down your flank and the enemy team also breaks down the opposite flank, then you go back. Otherwise you keep pressing on and catch them in a vice. From Steps, standard mode, north spawn, getting a Top Gun. Happy hunting.